Welcome to the glamorous side of Arkham Chronicle, washing your shoes off after you get stuck in the mud. Welcome back, investigators. In this third part we will look at what this product actually delivers in terms of gameplay. We assume that you are fully familiar with all three core scenarios and aren't worried about any spoilers for them. You have 46 new scenario cards. There are 3 update cards which are mentioned in your campaign sheet that are the instructions on how to modify each scenario. There are 2 brand new standalone encounter sets, as well as some additions to an existing standalone encounter set. And each of these scenario specific encounter sets get some additional cards in the numbers listed. In the Gathering there is a new Act card that replaces an existing one. There is a new version of the Study card that replaces the existing one. There are alternative versions of the Cellar and Attic, and you pick at random either old or new cards. There are 6 additional locations that expand your house to mansion-sized proportions, 2 new enemies to add in, and 2 copies of a new encounter card to add to the encounter deck. Just follow these steps on the instruction card and that will tell you exactly what to do. Plus, you need to remove the old Ghouls encounter set and put in the new Ghouls of Umhordoth one. In the Midnight Masks, there are 3 alternative locations. Yes, 4 alternative locations, that's what we said. 2 copies of a new encounter card to add to the encounter deck, an alternative agenda card, and you pick at random either the old or new version. Plus, you need to remove the previous Dark Cult encounter set and put in a new Devourer cult. And you need to update the Cult of Umhordoth deck. Add the 3 new cards, then shuffle and discard 3 at random to make your usual 5 card deck. In the Devourer below, there are 4 alternative Arkham Woods locations. Shuffle all 8 Woods locations together and put 4 into play randomly. There are 2 copies of a new encounter card to add to the encounter deck. And you should be using both the new Ghouls of Umhordoth and Devourer's Cult, plus the updated Cults of Umhordoth deck. Finally, do what it says on the bottom of the card. No, we can't show you. And prepare to get your posterior handed to you, just like it was your first ever game. Something neat is on the front of all the alternative cards there for the original expansion symbol, so you can't cheat and tell which are the new cards. And on the back there is the new symbol, just in case you need to separate your old and new Knight of the Zealot cards. Definite thumbs up for good game design. That's it for the cards, other than to show you how much space they take up. If you just put in 1 set of core box scenario cards, you have about an inch to spare. When you add the 46 new cards, this goes down to half an inch. If you have multiple core boxes and want to store multiple encounter sets in here, this will take up all of your space, and you are best off taking the insert out at this point. We do recommend putting additional sets facing the opposite way, so you can grab a single set without having to remove the whole wadge. On the back of your rules sheet are a list of achievements you could try and get if you are really bored of the scenarios or have crippling Overwatch withdrawal. Or just go play Overwatch. Did it perchance blow away when filming a video on a riverbank? No one believes that excuse. Simply navigate the FFG website to the Arkham Horror card game page like this, and then scroll down. It is obviously under player resources. No, it's not. Then it will be under standalone products. Still no luck. It is actually under rules, and you can left click to open it in your browser, or right click to save the PDF. Are we all done? Of course not. We are saving the best till last. Because of the nature of headers, they will receive a lot of wear and tear as you constantly flick through them, so you should think about protecting them. You can stick them onto sturdy cardboard, laminate them, cover them in sticky back plastic, or even humble sticky tape. But surely there is a more convenient, less damaging solution. Well, consulting the ultimate guard font of all knowledge, it doesn't look like there are any. These measure 3 inches by 3.5 inches, which is 7.6 centimeters by 8.9 centimeters. And what's that, investigator? Well, you've got a good memory, haven't you? That's right, back in tutorial number 2 we mentioned top loaders. That was even before we got our own plank of wood. Back then we were filming on the back of a fleece draped over a footstool. How far we've come, eh? So the humble 3x4 top loader should do the job, right? Well, unfortunately, top loader dimensions are for the outside of the case and not the internal ones. With sleeves, both these measurements are almost identical. As you can see, the rigid sides take up too much internal space to fit the header in. You could trim it, which is very practical, but would affect your resale value. Alternatively, just stick in an empty top loader where each divider goes so your fingers are touching those, not the cardboard. It does add about an inch or 3 centimeters, however, so you will definitely need to lose the insert, but this setup is really handy for retrieving those small encounter sets like locked doors and ancient evils. Do you want a video on top loaders? Or is that too much protection? Answers in the comments below. But we're not giving up that easily. This is the Arkham Chronicle after all, and the humble BCW postcard sleeve will go some way to helping you. Whilst they are definitely too long, the width is a good fit. Slide them all the way down and then trim off the excess. And then you can seal up the exposed part with sticky tape. As a pro tip, we flip over our divider like so the welded edge is at the top, that's going to see the most wear and flicking through, and then we'll seal up the bottom edge like so. Trim off any excess, and you are good to go. Well, that is pretty much all we can tell you about this brand new, totally original and not at all recycled product from Fantasy Flight Games. 3 videos on a single product. Do you remember them days? Have you been a subscriber that long? Let us know in the comments if you have been. And we'll see you next time on the Arkham Chronicle. Whoa, uh-oh. Ah, shit. We've lost another presenter. Woo! Oh. Oh man, I miss socks.